Welcome to my short introduction to how to get registered on my math lab. The first thing that you're going to need is your syllabus, so make sure that you get that from Blackboard under the content section. If you go ahead and scroll down to about the second page or so, you should see a section about homework, and in particular about my math lab. If you type this URL into your web browser or click on the link, you will go ahead and get a new page opened up like so. Your first time, you are always going to go to register, just the very first time though. Once you click register, you'll get a page like this. Go ahead and click next. And you're going to need to search for your course ID. So in particular, that's why we had that syllabus open. So go back to your syllabus. Inside the My Math Lab section, you should see something that says Stiggy, followed by some numbers. This one's a blank syllabus, but your particular syllabus will have the actual course ID in there. So if I go ahead and search for Stiggy 79937 and click Find Course, it should show up with the actual course name, with my name as the instructor and my email address. So make sure that you are able to find the right course. Once you have done that, you will either select access code or buy now. If you already purchased the textbook, then you probably got an envelope that had the access code to my math lab in it. It should have been behind a tear tab that looks something about like this, and when you tear it off, it should reveal the actual access code that you would type in right here. Okay. On the other hand though, if you did not already purchase a textbook and you were just purchasing access to my math lab, you would click Buy Now, and you would need to be ready to pay the approximate $80 or so with your credit card. So when you click Buy, you'll go through and accept the privacy statements, and at that point you will have the option of choosing whether or not you already have a Pearson Education account or not. Essentially, if you have already used my math lab in the past, you can click yes and re-enter the username and password that you had used in a previous class. However, you will still need to pay the approximate $80 or so in order to be able to access it, because you are accessing a new textbook. On the other hand, if you're just retaking the course, you may be able to just talk to me about it, and we may be able to get you enrolled without having to pay extra. So if you have never used this, if this is your first time to use my math lab, you would click No and create a login name. We could try the Stig and check the availability, and oh, that one's taken already. Somebody is the Stig. Apparently it's not me. Check the Stiggy. That, on the other hand, is available. You can go ahead and create a password. It needs to be at least 8 characters long. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Too small and is shown as invalid, but I is still now long enough. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I is long enough, but again, if you look carefully, it needs at least one letter and one number. So 1, 2, 3 after that. Now it's alright. So if I can remember that, and if I typed it in correctly, then once you have that all entered in correctly, make sure that you remember it from here on out, because from here on out you are going to need it in order to be able to access the website, obviously. So click Next. At this point, you will be able to type in your personal information. I would suggest using your BRCC email address. You can select a security question in case you happen to forget your username or password or whatever. Okay, so this ends the first part of the tutorial. Thanks.